So, hello, another analysis on COVID-19. You're all welcome. So, today we will be looking at analysis on COVID-19 using the SQL. So let's go ahead and see what we have done. So, the global impact of COVID-19, we have the brief introduction. Combating our virus, our roles and analysis. So, the brief history of the COVID-19, it emerged in December in Wuhan, China, spread widely pandemic by World Health Organization in March 2020. Ongoing challenges, efforts continue to manage and eventually defeat. So, we are going to be looking at how the data is. So, I have the data open in Excel, and size of the province, and this is the country region, this latitude and longitude, which is the location, and this is the date, this confirmed date, and confirmed cases, this is date, this is uncovered cases. So let's scroll down and be able to see the numbers. So that's all for the start. So let's go back to from our analysis, we were able to derive a lot of insights. We were able to find countries with highest recovery rate, which was India. So India has the highest recovery rate with around 28 million, followed by Brazil with 15 million. United States has 6 million. Turkey has 5 million. Then lastly, Russia has 4 million. These are the top 5 countries with highest recovery cases from the COVID-19. So, this is monthly insight concerning the spread, that's the confirmed cases, the date, and the recovery from January to December. So, this is more or less of a 2-year data. It was record of 2021. And you can see the data for each of the months. January. So let's go ahead and see this monthly average of confirmed cases. Each month has a certain average. So when you look at our data, we will be able to see that our month has a number. Each month has a number. So this is for January, February, March, April, and May. If you move further, this is down to December. So, country with the highest confirmed cases is the data just cover for 2 years, so it's basically for 2 years. So let's go to our SQL environment and look at how we're able to work with our code. So the first thing we needed to do was I tried to import the data directly, but then I had errors. I couldn't work with it. So the first thing I did was to create a staging table. So staging table are just temporary table that we create to take our data when we import. So I create a table, a staging table with coronavirus data set. I passed in the province, country, all date, given a date format. So after I did that, I imported the data into my schema, which is coronavirus data set. Let me open it so you can see. So this was the imported data. So I now insert the data into the staging table. That's into the table I created so that I can be able to manipulate it in a way that I will be able to get my insight perfectly. So the first thing we did was to check for null values. So when we checked for null values, there were no null values, even though we have zeros, but zeros are not considered null values. So the second thing is we weren't able to update any null value with 0 because the data was already was ever already clean. When you look at it, you can see that we don't have any null values. The null values are already replaced with zero. So let's look at it. So the other thing we checked was we checked for the total number of rows in our data. So if we run the code right now, we're going to see we have around 78,286 total rows from our table. So let's scroll down and see. So we want to check what was the starting date of when was this data recorded and when did it end. So we use the max and the min statement to check our date from the beginning and our max statement to check the end. So if you run the code right now, you can see we have 12 months. But because the code is taking each month as a single entity, it's standing on its own. Even though it's for 2 years, but each month is standing on its own. So it's more or less of like 24 months, but our code is only recognizing the 12. It can't duplicate those other months. So let's go down. We found the monthly average for confirmed date recovered cases. So let's look at it. If you run the code, you can see from January to December, this thing it has 01 to 12. These are the average confirmed cases, average deaths, average recoveries. So let's go ahead and look at the other codes. We found the most frequent value for confirmed dates recovered each month, which from our data, our data was not consistent, like there are zero values. And so if you try to run, we will have zero values because zero is the least number here. So let's go ahead and check the other codes too. So scroll down, we want to find the minimum value for confirmed dates recovered per year. So let's run the code. So this is the minimum recoveries, minimum dates, and minimum confirmed cases, which is zero. So the next quote is we find the maximum values for the confirmed dates and recoveries per year. So let's see this. I think this is where we're going to have numbers because it's more or less of a max. So let's run this. So you can see 2020 has around 82 million, 2021 has around 41 million. So let's go around and see the total number of cases confirmed, dates recovered each month. So from here we can know which month has the highest confirmed cases, which one has the highest death rate, and which one has the highest recovery. So we are seeing January to December. This is the total confirmed cases, total dates, total recovery. So the data is now merging 2 months to one. That's January 2020, January 2021, and it's merging them into 1 month. So let's see the other question, which says check how coronavirus spread out with respect to confirmed cases. That's total confirmed cases, average, and variance and standard deviation. So if we run this right now, we can see the total confirmed cases here, the average confirmed cases, the variance confirmed, and the standard deviation. If we go down to the next question, we want to check how the coronavirus spread out with respect to death case per month. So we look at the confirmed cases, the average of these confirmed cases and its variance with the standard deviation all combined. So let's run the code. Boom. Here is it for every of the month. This is the total dates per month. This is the average date per month. This is the variance per month. This is standard deviation per month. Let's go the next question. Check how coronavirus spread out with respect to recovered cases. I think this is just recoveries, this is dead, and this is confirmed. They're also related to each other. Let's look at the 14th question. It's a five country having the highest number of cases. So it's just a country right now. We can actually check for one country. That's why we're limiting it to one. So we see the highest confirmed cases is the United States. But then if we try to limit our data right now, if we limit our codes to our script to check, let's say, top five, we can easily find the top five countries with the highest number of confirmed cases, which is United States, followed by India, Brazil, France, and Turkey. So these are the five top countries with the most confirmed cases. So let's go down. One country having the lowest number of death cases. So this means that there was a country somehow that wasn't affected by the COVID-19, which was Dominica. It has total number of zero deaths. When I checked also for the confirmed cases, it was zero. So that means Dominica didn't actually have COVID. So let's go down to our last question right now, which says we need to find the top five countries having the highest recovered cases. Using this metric, we can be able to know which major each country applied in trying to get these recoveries. So India came first with around um 28 million, while Brazil follows, US followed, Turkey follow, and Russia follow. So with this data, we'll be able to, with this result, we'll be able to know where to look for treatment, or where to look for vaccines and other things related. So that's all for our code. Um, let's go back to our presentation. So, in from our conclusion right now, the key takeaway is December had the highest confirmed cases. So out of the whole 12 months, December had the most confirmed cases. You can easily derive a reason from that because it was let's say close to winter and the spread of COVID is max at that time. So April saw the most date and May had the highest recoveries. So our analysis provided essential insight into the progression. And the importance of this data was real time and is crucial for informed public health decisions, resource allocation, and developing effective strategies to manage the pandemic. So our future plans is we need to continue to monitor trends and improve vaccination efforts, enhance healthcare planning, and study long-term effects using this data and data that follow on. So looking forward, we utilize this data to predict future trends and to prepare for upcoming public health challenges, ensuring a robust response to similar crises. So we have come to the end of this. So thank you. Like, subscribe, and share.